All right, good morning, everybody. I want to talk to you about trying to succeed. A lot of people are trying to succeed at something, regardless of what the endeavor is, whether it's pursuing a positive relationship, whether it's pursuing a business, whether it's pursuing writing a book, whatever it is. It doesn't matter the pursuit. That's not the issue. The issue is that sometimes you got the wrong people around you. You have the wrong situation around you. You have toxicity around you. Okay. Y'all like the way I say that? Toxicity. Okay. Here's the deal. Truth be told, if you are ever going to accomplish anything of great magnitude, small or big, doesn't matter. It's whatever's in your heart, whatever your purpose in life is, whatever it is that you're trying to pursue. The one thing you cannot do is you cannot allow toxicity of negativity around you. You got to get rid of that crap. And I'm going to walk you through this because it's several stages in how it happens. I call it the gauntlet of discouragement. If you ever listen to autobiographies of successful people, you'll find that they all went through the gauntlet or the fire of discouragement. And discouragement comes in various different waves. So I'm not going to be able to hit all of them, but I'm going to talk to you about a few of them, okay? Because I want to be very clear on this, very clear. One of the first ones is, and forgive me for sounding a little bit spiritual here, but truth be told, I really believe that when you are highly gifted and anointed to do something, you're really going to be under attack. You really are. I really believe there are spiritual forces that will come after you to prevent you from doing what you were designed to do. Now, again, whether you want to be religious or not, I don't really care. None of my business. I do you, okay? But I want to start with the real one. I really believe that a lot of people have been discouraged to think that they're nobody important when in essence they're extremely important. They're extremely gifted, extremely talented, but you've been sabotaged in your head because of evil forces in this world that are trying to make you think that you're nobody. And so they'll use these minions called negative people and all these situations to just beat you down in your head to make you think that you're really nobody special. If I was your enemy and I did not want you to launch yourself, because it is you, your gift. If I didn't want you to launch your gift, I won't wait until you get your gift going. I'll actually attack you when you're young. I'll attack you in a relationship. I'll attack you in circumstances to make you feel like you're just nobody. You get what I'm saying? That's why Dr. Miles Monroe had said that's one of the richest places on earth is actually the graveyard. Because there are many gifted and talented people who went to the grave thinking that they were nobody special, but in essence, they held a tremendously gifted people. They held tremendous gifts that they could have offered to the world, but they kept on looking at other celebrities as opposed to celebrating themselves because they thought they were nobody special. And that attack happens in a spiritual level to discourage you to think that you're nobody special when in essence, truth be told, let me say it this way. Truth be told, the more attack you're under, the more chances that you are very, very special. It's just that the evil forces of this world, they know who you are. But if they can prevent you from understanding who you are to yourself, you'll never even take a step in the right direction. You'll lack the faith to want to do it. You get what I'm saying? Let's go to the next one. The next one is the people that, no, I don't want to start there. The next one is the words you speak to yourself. The next one starts with you. It starts with how you're talking to yourself, how you define yourself to yourself. It doesn't matter what other people say. We say that crap all the time. I don't care what people say, but yes, you do. Yes, you do. Because what you're doing is you're reaching out for external resources to confirm that you are worth what you believe you're worth. And when people don't validate you, you choose not to make a step forward. And that's because you don't believe in you. So it started with the external forces of the evilness of this world, but then it moved over to you and how you're talking to yourself. Just think about it. Do you call yourself stupid sometimes? I'm so stupid. I can't do anything right. I can't. Wait. Why are you talking to yourself like that? You get what I'm saying? See, the gauntlet of discouragement, you got to get rid of this crap. Why are you talking to yourself that way? Who told you you were stupid? Just because you made mistakes, just because you need to start again, that doesn't make you stupid. It just makes you experienced. You understand what I'm saying? That just means your resume, for once you do climb to the top of whatever you're pursuing, you're going to have a resume and a story to tell people of how you got over all the hurdles that was thrust in front of you and you still made it. It doesn't mean that you're supposed to stop, but you're just sitting there beating yourself down, just talking crazy to you. How are you ever going to accomplish something? You don't need nobody else talking crazy to you if you're doing all the talking. Just always depressed. Always telling yourself a sad story. Get off your butt. Okay? Get off your butt. Yes, you've been through that. Yes, this happened. No, it wasn't nice. But that's okay. Keep it moving, player. Keep going. Anyhow, don't die in that moment. You're in a bad relationship right now. Okay, that's fine. The relationship may have to come to an end. I don't know. But either way it goes, you don't die in the moment. You don't just lay there and emotionally and spiritually die. You take one step further. You keep going. Anyway, whether people stay, whether they leave, whatever happens, I'm telling you, I've been through the gauntlet. You got to keep moving. You got to keep moving forward. And what you tell, the story you tell yourself is going to predict your outcome. I want you to write that down. Very important. The story you tell yourself will predict the outcome. Because truth be told, regardless of whether there's evil forces against you or whether this next one that I'm going to talk about is working your nerve, doesn't matter. At the end of the day, the story you tell yourself will predict your outcome. If you then went through hell, but you still believe that you have the ability to make it, then you're going to make it. You're guaranteed to make it. Because it's all about what you think you can do. That's what faith is. Faith is believing in the impossible. As Hebrews 11:1 says, faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. See, it starts with you. You have to see it. You have to have the receipt in your head saying, I have purchased my dream through the pain and the hell that I went through. I got the receipt. Well, I don't see it. It wasn't for you to see it. It's for me to see it. See, I believe that I can do it. I believe that I can make it. I believe in me. See, if you don't tell yourself the right story, your outcomes are always going to be bad. Why? Because you quit too soon. You give up too soon. You just think that, oh, this is just the way it is for my life. Everybody else get a chance to succeed. Why not me? See, listen to how you're talking to you. Listen to words coming out your mouth. It's better for you to just shut your mouth than to keep talking negative to you. Are you feeling where I'm coming from? Let's go to the next one. Here's another one. You got to go through this one. And I did this week, and I will continue to do it. Get rid of negative people. Cut them quick. Don't keep wasting time. Be polite. Kind of coach them and say, hey, I think you're being a little bit negative, and I can't have that kind of energy around me. But here's the deal. If they consistently choose to be negative, then just skedaddle. Now, I'm not telling you if you're married that this is what you should do, but you do have to put up some boundaries. If you want to talk negative, please don't do that around me, because I'm trying to get somewhere, and all this discouragement that you're providing, I don't need it. Do you get what I'm saying? I don't need it. Sometimes what you need to do, some of you guys, what you're doing wrong, you're trying to talk to people to convince them to believe in what you're trying to work on. Why don't you just shut your mouth? Just shut up. One of the things I know, including in my business, one of the things I know is that when things are going bad, everybody has an opinion. But then when things start going good, people's opinions often sway and change. So the truth of the matter is, I cannot change what I do just because the opinions change. I have to be consistent because I believe in what I do. Are you getting what I'm saying? I have to be consistent in what I believe, not in what people say. Write that down. Be consistent in what you believe, not in what people say. People will say all kinds of things. When the seasons are good, oh, you're the raving fan. You're the hero. When things go bad, oh God, you're the worst one on the planet. But then when things go back to good again, oh, you're the hero again. See, you can't sway because of people's opinions. See, I can't allow my mind to be in the courtroom of people's opinions. I have to keep going in the direction that I believe I'm supposed to go. Because if that's the case, I will be just like a wave of the sea going to and fro. And I'll be confused and discouraged because I don't know what I'm doing. Because I'm always basing it off of what others have to say. You got to shut that crap off. Or you get what I'm saying? See, I don't do that. I used to, no more. That's what slowed me down, because I was thinking that I needed this opinion and this opinion and this opinion. And let me be clear, there's nothing wrong with what, like the Bible says, in the multitude of counselors, there's wisdom. But let me be clear, before you go asking for counsel or asking people questions of their opinions, make sure they're worthy of this discussion. You understand what I'm saying? Make sure they're worthy of this discussion. See, when I need to make certain decisions, I don't go to certain people. Now, I'm not saying they're bad people, but I'm just not going to you. Why? Because your track record of having the endurance to keep moving forward in bad situations is pretty bad. And so for me to ask you your opinion about it is worthless, because I already know what you're going to say. And all it's going to be is something discouraging. It's going to be something negative. See, I go to people who I trust that, you know what, they've been through the gauntlet and they still kept walking through the fire. See, I don't need you to be highly successful. I just need to know that you have walked through the gauntlet and the fire of discouragement and you made it to the other side. So when it's my turn, are you hearing what I'm saying? So when it's my turn to walk through that same exact gauntlet, I need to have people around me who have been there, who will say, Pat, here's what I would do in that situation. Because they will provide you with counsel and wisdom that is different from just complainers and quitters. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Write that down. You want wisdom, not complainers and quitters. So before you ask your friends, your family, or whoever else another opinion, you got to look at their historical record. Are they the type of person who have the ability to keep on going when things get tough? If they do not, then shut up. Stop talking to them. You have no business sharing your business with them, because that's the reason why you can't ever get anything off the ground. So you got to understand, when you are a gifted person, when you're a person who has a vision to help people, when you're a person who is meant to do something of great destiny, and that's the amazing thing about how God chooses people. He always chooses people. He tends to choose people who didn't think they could ever do anything. Look through the Bible. They're all through history in the Bible. He always selected people for great endeavors who thought they couldn't accomplish it. Why? Because they were humble people. But the thing that they had to fight through the entire time was the gauntlet of discouragement. And the forces of evil came against them. The forces of what they had to talk to themselves about and the people they had around them. I'll never forget, there was a story in the Bible about David. Things were going bad. David, oh, they loved David until a situation happened. And see, that's the way people are. When situations happen, all of a sudden their opinions of you flip real quick. Real quick. That's why you can't depend on people's opinions. You got to keep steady. So I'll never forget, in the Bible, there was a story about David. And what happened with David was that he was leading this army of people and their families. And then these people came in and raided the camp or something like that and hauled off the army's children and wives. And so the men started talking about killing David. Oh, we gonna kill you. Wait a minute. I was just the one you was eating bread with, talking about, man, I'm cool. Now all of a sudden you want to kill a brother. Now, you know I'm paraphrasing. I'm doing a Medea version of the Bible, but just stick with the story. Here's the point. The point is, in the scripture, and this was so precious, it said, when everybody had turned their back on him, David encouraged himself in the Lord. Do you hear what I'm saying? David encouraged himself in the Lord. In other words, I don't need everybody. Me and God is the majority. It started with me and him, and it's going to have to finish with me and him, because I see how shaky y'all are. I see how finicky y'all are. So what happens is what happened was David put a plan together, ended up rescuing everything and got everything back. And now all of a sudden he was cool with everybody again. But the point is that nothing would have happened differently if David didn't encourage who? Himself. So you got to understand, it starts with you and it's going to finish with you. Let me leave you with one more little tip that's a little bonus. Don't forget this one. Don't forget this one. The reason why You sometimes can't get people to buy into your vision and idea. Let me tell you why. Because it was not given to them. It was not meant for them. So they may receive the benefits of what you're gifted and about to do, but they may not understand how it's going to be executed. So for you to keep going to these people to understand, for them to get them on board with you, it may not ever happen. Because when you have been given a gift to do something, oftentimes you're the only one who can see it very clear in your head how to execute it. And even if you don't see it clearly, you have an idea in your head that needs to be birthed. Because oftentimes that's the way it happens. The gift is birthed in your head, but as you're walking it out, then the steps on how to execute it comes later on. So don't sit on your butt saying, well, I don't know everything on how to do it. You don't have to. Just start in the direction and it will automatically give birth to itself. You don't have to tell a baby, come out of my body. When it's ready to be birthed, the birth canal widens itself. Things happen naturally. Do you get what I'm saying? So just start trying to push your birth out. Start trying to push your dream out and it'll walk itself out. But here's the deal. Do you know in the hospital room when the baby is being born? Yeah, you got the husband standing around saying, come on, baby, kid, push, baby, push. You got the doctor saying, push, push, push. But at the end of the day, guess what? Nobody is familiar with that baby but you. And I'm talking to ladies. Guys, just follow along. She been carrying that baby for 9 months. She been rubbing that baby for 9 months in her stomach. And even though a husband can rub on the outside, she has the internal feeling on the inside of what it is to be with this human being that she hasn't physically met with her eyes, but she certainly touched them all along the way. She felt every rumble, every move, every squirm that baby did. Every bit of it for 9 months. So now when the baby is born, everybody now is celebrating. Why? Because they see what you've been carrying inside of you for 9 months. Are you understand what I'm saying? You get? So you've been carrying this vision that God gave you, this dream, this passion inside you. Stop expecting people to understand it. It was given to you, for you to birth. So some of these steps that you're going to have to do, just like a woman carrying this baby, yeah, she can have people on her side, around her and everything else. But when she's walking up and down that street and she's pregnant, she alone must carry the burden of the birth of that baby. She alone must carry the vision of saying, I'm having a baby. Even if nobody else believes, she has to know, I got it on the inside of me. It's the same thing, you guys. Get rid of the crappy, negative thinking people, crappy, negative thinking thoughts you have of yourself, and the forces around you, the forces of evil that's going to come against you. You just got to endure every little hurdle they put on that track. As you're running down the track, trying to make it to the finish line, there's going to be hurdles. Learn to hop over them, run around them. Listen, I ain't going for a lippy medal. I don't have to hop over the track if it's too tall. I can walk around it. You understand what I'm saying? Do what you got to do. But the bottom line is the world is waiting for your gift. It's waiting for you. And don't minimize it because it's coming through you, because you look at your circumstances. I'm nobody important. Just like Gideon in the Bible. Who am I? I ain't nobody special. God, you want me to lead the army? I can't even lead the horses around here. No. If God called you, that means he's already equipped you. You already have it on the inside. You just have to start walking in that direction and give birth. And everything else will naturally take place. All right, you guys? See you guys. I miss you guys. We were out of town last week and it was Easter, but just wanted to share some encouraging words with you guys this morning. Okay. Love you guys. Peace and hair grease, and share this with somebody who you know needed just a little bit of encouragement to get it off the ground. And by the way, if you working on something and I just, I may not have all the words for you, but I would love to hear what you've been working on. Hit us up at theconflictsoflife@gmail.com. The Conflicts of Life, theconflictsoflife@gmail.com. I would love to hear what your vision is, and just to pray for you. Okay. All right. Have a good day. Bye.